Chapter 3. The Space Academy building was a 30-story glass and steel skyscraper located in the midst of 300 acres of flat farmland, 200 miles outside of Des Moines, Iowa. It was built in this remote area in the hopes that foreign spies and other evildoers would never discover it. But the gleaming skyscraper with its spaceship hangars and enormous launching pads and landing docks had quickly become a major tourist attraction. 12 months a year, cars jammed the narrow road leading to the academy. Hot dog, ice cream, balloon, and t-shirt vendors set up carts outside the main gate. Signs for miles around proclaimed Secret Space Academy. Souvenirs. Free parking. Inside the Secret Space Academy building, 300 hopeful cadets lived, studied, and practiced the military and survival skills they would need in outer space. Their dream was to graduate and join the Interplanetary Space Patrol, the largest peacekeeping force in the known universe. This year, if Commander Dork had his way, 296 of the cadets would graduate. For cadets, the 4 trouble-making slobs, known as the Space Cadets, would fail miserably and would be executed by a firing squad. The thought brought a smile to the commander's lips. No, even better. The 4 of them would be blasted into the far reaches of space, to an uninhabited planet, left alone. Just the 4 of them. No. Something better. Something even better. Commander Dork rested his chins in his hand and daydreamed. The 4 of them would be blasted into space, to a planet inhabited by man-eating 4-headed dinosaurs. Yes, that was pretty good. But was it good enough for these 4 walking space funguses? These 4 cadets, who had somehow managed to pass their first semester courses by cheating no doubt, and had returned for their second semester of fumbling, of messing up, of bumbling, of having fun, of driving Commander Dork totally crazy. How about a black hole? The weary headmaster thought, too wrapped up in his daydreams, even to take a bite of the tomato sandwich sitting before him on the desk. Yes, a black hole. There must be an endless black hole stretching to infinity that he could send them into. A black hole where they would wander in agony and terror for the rest of their lives. He'd have to check his map. There was probably a black hole nearby. Yes. He rubbed his chubby pink hands together gleefully. That was certainly a suitable revenge. Perhaps not quite harsh enough. And then Commander Dork thought of the best revenge of all. I'll retire, he cried aloud, banging his fist against his desk and squishing the tomato sandwich flat. He didn't notice. The idea was so exciting. It's the perfect revenge, he thought. I'll retire from the academy and leave the 4 of them here. I'll rent a cabin on Jupiter. Maybe buy a condo on Mercury. And never see their moronic, grinning faces again. I'll never see the fat one bending over and ripping his $20,000 space suit from stem to stern, or sneezing in the weightless chamber and chasing his own snot around in circles. I'll never have to see the one who's always grinning at me and beeping. Always making that annoying beeping sound and saying things that don't make any sense. What's his problem anyway? If I wanted a beeping cadet, I'd bring in an android. and the shaky one. He makes me nervous just looking at him. He'd make anyone nervous. He's an accident waiting to happen. And the really handsome one, their leader, Hunk. The one who doesn't know his elbow from Uranus. The one with a brain like a moon rock. The one my daughter is so nuts about. What did Debbie see in him anyway? Why couldn't she like someone sensible? Someone worthy? Someone outstanding? Someone with a real future? Like Beef Hardy? The commander smiled at the thought of Beef Hardy. Hardy was such an obedient servant. Such a weak-willed teacher's pet. Such a goody-goody. Such a simpering, fawning, brown-nosing slave. In other words, the perfect cadet. So, why wasn't Debbie attracted to him? Oh well, it didn't matter anymore, he decided. The smile returning to his lips. It didn't matter because he was going to retire from the academy. Right now. He pushed down a button on his office intercom. Miss Moon, please get me General Innes out at Space Patrol Headquarters. Yes, Commander Dork. It's Dork-A. He shouted. Dork-A. Sorry, sir. You said you wished to speak to Miss Moon? No. The commander said, exasperated. You are Miss Moon. I wish to speak to General Innes out. Okay. You don't have to shout. Commander Dork took a deep breath. I won't have to deal with Miss Moon anymore either, he thought. She wasn't bad as far as secretaries went. But she had never learned to type, or take dictation, or answer the phone, or take messages. Aside from those few defects, she was a pretty good secretary, he decided. If only she would learn to wear deodorant. He tapped his chubby fingers on the wooden desk, waiting for the call to his superior officer to go through. Dork knew General Out wouldn't be happy about his decision to retire. He'd be a hard man to replace, he had to admit. It would probably take 2 men to fill his boots, Dork decided. Or maybe 3 or 4. But too bad. He was retiring. Leaving. Getting out. Escaping. His mind was made up. The intercom buzzed, surprising him out of his pleasant daydreams. Your call is ready, Miss Moon's voice informed him. Commander Dork picked up the phone receiver. He took a deep breath and prepared to break the news to his commanding officer. Hello, General? This is Generalin's office, said a young woman's voice. Generalin? No, I'm sorry. The woman told him. Generalin is out. Generalin is out? Please let me speak to him. I'm sorry, sir. Generalin is out. Yes. General Innes out. Put him on? Please. I can't, sir. General Innes out. I know. General Innes out. That's who I'd like to speak to. Please. Connect me at once. How can I? The woman asked, her voice becoming sharp. It's quite easy. It's your job, isn't it? Commander Dork shouted. He was also beginning to lose his patience. I'm trying to tell you, sir. That Generalin is out. She repeated. And I'm trying to tell you that's who I'm trying to reach. But you can't reach him if he's out. Out? Who is out? Dork bellowed. Ginahad in. I told you. He's out. Commander Dork wiped perspiration off his bald head with his open palm. General Innes out? Yes. Let me speak to him. General Innes out. Yes. Dork cried. That's him. But he's out. She screamed. Who is out? Dork realized he was becoming confused. The general, she repeated. General Innes out? That's what I've been trying to tell you, she cried. Well then, put him on, Dork said. He heard a loud scream on the other end of the line. Then her voice returned with forced calmness. I'm sorry, sir. I cannot connect you to General In. General In is out. Perhaps I could connect you with General Out. General In is out? Dork asked. Yes, sir. For the 200th time. General In is out. I'm going to connect you to General Innes out now. Okay? Yes. Yes. Please, cried the exhausted commander. Please, I beg of you, connect me to General Out. The man is a total idiot. He heard the woman say to someone in her office. Who is she talking about? Dork wondered. There was a loud buzz, followed by silence on the line, followed by another loud buzz. He switched the phone to his other ear. A different, very shrill woman's voice came on the line. General Out, she said. Is he in? Commander Dork asked. You want General in? Yes. I want to know if the general is in, Dork said impatiently. You wish to speak to General in? Yes. I wish to speak to the general if he's in, Dork told her. Well, this is General Out's office. The woman said, her voice growing even shriller. Yes. General Innes out. Dork said, General Innes out? I didn't know that, sir. Shall I tell that to General Out? I wish to speak to General Out, Dork said, pronouncing each word slowly and distinctly. Is he in or out? General in or out? He is out, the voice said. All three generals are on assignment, sir. General in is out. General Out is out. General in or out is out. But he'll be in soon with General later. Sooner or later. General later will be in sooner than General sooner, sir. General sooner always comes in later than General later. Would you care to leave a message? Never mind, Dork said, and weakly hung up the phone. He decided to write General Out a letter. He pushed a button on his intercom. Miss Moon, take a letter, please. After a brief, thoughtful silence, Miss Moon's voice came back on the small speaker. Yes, sir. Where shall I take it? No. Please come into my office and let me dictate a letter to you. I am sorry, Commander. I don't know how. Please don't make me feel bad because I have no secretarial skills. I'm a very sensitive person, and I don't like to be constantly reminded that I have no skills or abilities. I'm sorry, Miss Moon. Very sorry, Dork apologized. Just because I can't do anything, she said, starting to sob, doesn't mean I'm not a good person or a good secretary. You're right. You're absolutely right, he said. He could hear her sobbing through the door to the outer office. Miss Moon, please. Is there anything I can do? Well, can I have a raise? She asked. Yes, certainly. Excellent idea, he said. Now as to that letter. I'll write it myself. Please bring me a pen and some stationery. I'm sorry, sir. I don't know where they're located. In the top cabinet drawer, Dork said impatiently. I don't know which cabinet, she said, starting to sob again. The cabinet on the left, he told her, sighing. The cabinet on the left? Right. The cabinet on the right? She asked, confused. No. Left. 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 He screamed into the square intercom. The cabinet on the left is locked, sir. I don't know how to unlock it. At that moment, the phone rang. Startled, Commander Dork picked it up. Hello? Yes. Hello, Donald, said a familiar man's voice. Dork, the commander corrected. It's pronounced Dork. But I was using your first name. Your first name is Donald. Is it not? Said the voice into Dork's ear. Suddenly the commander recognized the voice. General Out, he exclaimed. Are you in? No. I'm out. In is out. In or out is out. And I'm out. But I received a message that you called. What can I do for you, Donald? Well, General Out, I've decided to retire from the academy. The laughter on the other end was long and loud. Dork could tell from the sound of it that Out had tears in his eyes from laughing so hard. Does this mean you don't want me to retire? Dork asked, his voice trembling with disappointment. No. You can retire by all means, Out said enthusiastically. Of course you can retire, Donald. As soon as you get rid of those 4 weirdo cadets in your freshman class. Commander Dork wasn't certain he was hearing correctly. Get rid of them? Yes. Get rid of them, Out said firmly. As long as those 4 are in your school. No one in his right mind will take your job. You mean? I won't be able to replace you until those 4 space cadets are gone. The headmaster was beginning to catch on. Maybe this wasn't such disappointing news after all. You mean I should have them killed? He asked hopefully. There was a brief silence at the other end. That's not a good idea. I believe that's still against the law, General Out told him. Pity, said Dork thoughtfully. The 4 space cadets must either graduate or flunk out before you retire, Donald, General Out said. I've got to go now. And just came in. I don't want him to know that I'm out. He hung up, leaving the commander to ponder his words. Graduate or flunk out. Graduate or flunk out. Graduate? Graduate? There was no way those 4 morons would ever graduate. If Dork had to wait for them to graduate, He'd be a doddering old man, totally deranged, drooling down his chin. Dork wiped the saliva off his chin and thought hard. There was no choice in the matter. The 4 space cadets had to flunk out. Semester exams were coming up. It was the perfect opportunity to make sure they flunked. A thoughtful smile slowly crossed the headmaster's flabby face. He had a plan, a foolproof plan. He buzzed the intercom. "Miss Moon, please ask Cadet Hardy to come to my office at once," he said. "I don't know how, sir," came back the reply.